about this topic and about me being the ugly friend in my friend group that it doesn't matter. It sucks. It's demoralizing. It beats you down. There's something about going out with your friends, going out, weekend after weekend, whatever, and whether that and going out. Pause doesn't mean the clubs, like just even out to dinner, and you don't get approached, and your friends are getting approached. It is like literally like it's like a sign from the universe that you are ugly.
No,
and you start to feel ugly. During that time, I would legitimately complain to my friends and tell them, like, you guys are just so much better looking than me. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, nobody wants to approach me. None of the guys are trying to talk to me. They just try to talk to all of my friends, and I would explain this to them, and they'll just be like, Miss Story, what are you talking about? Like, and they just don't get it. They just don't get it that, like, they are so pretty that my beauty just doesn't shine next to them.
So I want to start off by saying that she is not ugly at all. She is not ugly at all. Let's just put that out there. And then I want to give y'all a quick story time, right? So growing up, I had a huge gap in my teeth, right? I was a little awkward. I dressed very eclectic, and my friend group was predominantly lighter skinned girls with lighter eyes. Lighter eyes, brown hair. Like it was giving all of that. And they would always get approached. Majority of the time when we were outside, they would always get approached. It never made me feel like, oh, I don't want to hang out with them, or jealousy. It didn't make me feel that way. It made me feel like, okay, I need to find what it is about me that I could, make bigger, that I could become more confident, that I could have, that's my own, right? And when we would go out, like, I would just always dress very eclectic. Like, that is where I started to gain my confidence from. It was my personal style. It was my creativity. I was always able to sing. And then around those times, I had boyfriends, and guys would approach me. I would just have to be, probably by myself, or in school. We went to the same school. I went to the same school with a couple of them too, but guys would approach me in school. Y'all get what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like, oh my God, I'm just so ugly. Like, I never really felt that way about myself. I just thought that it was my teeth, to be quite honest. And then a couple of them did make comments about like me being dark skinned, which we'll talk about that at another time. But I did start to glow up. I actually look much better than I did when I was a teenager, than I did when I was in my 20s. I'm in my 30s now, and I'm absolutely fucking stunning. So some people peak in high school. Some people peak at college age, and some people get fucking better with time like fine wine. And I just so happen to be one of those people. And I remember being with two of my lighter skinned friends. One of them had the colored eyes, and this is when I noticed, like, okay, this is a little different. I was walking and I told them, I said, this guy, well, first of all, we were in an establishment and a guy was trying to talk to me, and that was very rare. And they was just like looking around, because I don't think they were used to it either. And he was trying to talk to me, and I was just like, oh, no, thank you, whatever. And then I told him what happened when I was on my way to meet them, how somebody said, oh, why you acting like that? You acting light skinned. And they looked at each other like, and I was like, oh shit. They're my friends. I love them, but they can't relate because they are the light-skinned girl that the guy said I was acting like, and they just can't relate. And I think that because I started to develop and come into my own and gain a new sense of confidence, it could make other people that's used to always having attention feel a little bit insecure. Now, another one of my friends, another beautiful, gorgeous one, we were out, and a guy approached me once again. He decided to take us out to dinner, and it was a guy that was interested in me. She was pissy the whole entire night. She left me at the restaurant and started saying she was sick and she didn't feel good because all of the attention wasn't on her, and she was not used to that. And these are all people that I've known since we were 14, 15 years old. And I was like, wow, I had been around these girls for years, always playing the third wheel, standing on the side, being around while they talking to guys, and I would never act funky or be like, I'm ready to go, I'm sick, because the attention is not on me. It's just very, very funny to see the tides turn. Now, I know this is a little long, but I got to get this out. So I want to say with this girl, she's African. You know how the Africans, they praise the white tea. And that is important because she lives in Seattle. And in Seattle, it's predominantly white tea people. You might find a small Asian community out there, some Latinos. And her friends are probably racially ambiguous, multiracial, white, and Latino, And she also takes me as the type that probably wants to date a white teen man. So my suggestion to her would be to, one, you have to build your confidence from within. You got to stop comparing yourself to other groups of women, and you need to go out by yourself more. Gain the confidence to go out into the world by yourself more. Because if you are getting, whatever type of validation externally you need from the male species when you're out by yourself, it won't feel as crazy or as magnified when you're with your friends, because that's not the only time you're out meeting guys. And also, I think that she probably needs a different environment. She needs to go somewhere where she does see more interracial dating, where she does see more women that look more aesthetically like her being properly courted. That's my TED Talk for today. But there's nothing ugly about her. She's a gorgeous girl. Yeah, she doesn't have the stereotypical standard of beauty. Nobody even gives a fuck about that. As long as your personality is popping. And that too, I worked on my personality. Like, I think I am fucking absolutely hilarious. You know what I mean? I'm hilarious. I could sing. I could write. I used to be able to dance, but I don't know. I could do a little two-step, okay? But I have this crazy dazzling personality because when I was younger, like I said, like I was never ugly, but I never felt like I could just lean fully on my looks. So it made me strengthen other parts of my character and other parts of my personality. And now I'm literally like a fucking quadruple threat out this bitch. And then my body is fucking smoking. I grew into like a fucking BBL. Bitches is not fucking with me. They not. Like, now I'll be like, damn, like, anyways, what y'all think? Spread love is the Brooklyn way. This is long as hell, damn.